The Waitress, such a beautiful, beautiful song. Okay, so it's a musical theatre song, right? But it's not a legit musical theatre song. So we're not looking for the even kind of a tone. We are looking for different qualities in the voice. So it's absolutely fine to be breathy at places, to do abrupt switches, like from your chest voice to your head voice, for example. That's all fine. So it makes it more contemporary, a bit more pop, actually. This is where the musical theatre generally, I think, right now tends to go to. This more contemporary kind of a place. Okay. Since we are working on a musical theatre song, you need to make sure that obviously you know the story, you know your character, because in musical theatre, the story is the most important. The music, in a way, is secondary to the story. You need to know your story, and you need to find different ways to make it your own. So listen to as many different versions as you can. Think about how they differ and why certain artists might have made some changes to the original version, to the first version that was created. Or if you can, work with the sheet music. Then you won't be biased. Phrasing in general is crucial, not only in musical theatre, in most music. So phrasing means how we space the words in time. So let's take the first sentence of the song, the first line, sorry. It goes, "It's not simple to say." Think about what words to you are the most important. To me, I think it's gonna be not. I think not is actually the strongest word here, so I'm gonna sing it a bit like this. I'm gonna emphasize not. It's not simple to say. Let's say we would like to emphasize simple. It's gonna be like this. It's not simple to say. Or you can put a small pause between not and simple, and it A, creates tension, so the audience is waiting for what actually you're gonna say, and B, it's about the emphasis, so it's kind of a dramatic break and the emphasis. Okay, it's not simple to say, it's not simple to say. Do you know what I mean? Then we have a very interesting bit that these shoes and this apron, that place and its patrons. So she is just mentioning one thing after another that screwed her over, basically. And we need to make it interesting, because if I sing it with a very boring phrasing, how it's probably written in the sheet music, it's going to be a bit like this, and with no emotion. That these shoes and this apron, that place and its patrons. I don't think many singers would sing it like this, though. This is if a MIDI singer was to sing it. We want to bring some more soul into it. That these shoes and this apron, that place and its patrons. Yeah, and you can play with the rhythm as well. So you can elongate some words you can shorten, and its patrons is suddenly quite short, right? Then these shoes and this apron, that place, it flows, and its patrons. And then we have a small, so yeah, it's like a dance. So the whole song, you actually should know, because it's going to help you, is written in 3/4. That means it's a waltz kind of a feel. If you are not aware of that, and if your body is not feeling that, you will probably not be synchronized with the music in certain places, or it's going to be difficult for you to figure out when to sing certain words. And then also remember about your acting. So what I did, I'm kind of thinking that she is feeling for the bit that goes, although it's true I was never attention sweet center. You can sing it like if you're sad about it, or if you are cynical about it. You could do all of these things. I think I'm singing it a bit like sad, but with a bit of a I'm laughing at myself a bit in this nice kind of a way that I'm okay with that. I was never attention sweet center. That was not my intention. I'm not bitter about it. So I did something like this. Although it's true, I was never attention sweet center. I don't think I've seen anybody else actually do it. So it's a good thing. You should come up with different ideas that you've not seen other people do. Okay, and then the chorus. That's the interesting bit. So it's up to you to decide when you want to stay in more of the chest voice, when you're going to your mix, and when you're going to your head. Or rather that mixy, breathy kind of a quality. So you can sing it like this. She's imperfect, but she tries. Mixing at the top, and the sound is quite clear. But you could do something more fragile for this chorus and something more delicate. She's imperfect, but she tries. So I'm switching there to my breathy kind of a head voice. Or she's imperfect, but she tries. Or a head voice that is not very breathy. This is going to give you a different effect. But I think being breathy now is I'm very glad that this is allowed in musical theatre now. So yeah, why not do it? It just gives you a really beautiful tone, and it's another tool you can use to express yourself. And then we usually have a build up during the last line of the chorus, yeah? She is gone, but she used to be mine. So we do a crescendo on mine, because it brings us to the second chorus that is a bit more lively, the drums come in and all of that. I won't be talking about all of the song, just bits that are tricky. The second chorus, who'll be reckless just enough, right? That is not going to the head voice. If you come from the musical theatre background, and you will know what I mean, you will need to stay in the speech quality, but then add a bit of a cry there and tilt. You'll be reckless just enough. And with these high-ish notes, just make sure you are not reaching. So we're not doing who is reckless. I really can't sing like this. So keep your head stable. We're not reaching for the notes. Try and think that the high notes are going down. All of the high notes are going down. You can even point down as you sing it in your practice. And you're kind of jumping on the note from above. So I'm not doing who'll be... That's bad, yeah, what I'm gonna do. He'll be reckless. Nope. I'm doing who'll be reckless, reckless. Your soft palate should raise quite naturally when you do it. At this point, it becomes a high energy song and requires a lot of support, whole body support. So stay confidently. You need to find the energy in your body, and only then go for it. I don't want you to try anything if you're like this, like slouched or a bit lifeless. That's not gonna happen. Yeah, especially that at this moment in the song, you are becoming more and more passionate, more and more into it, angry. So these are strong emotions that should also show in your body. Otherwise, your voice either will crack or you will constrict, and you might damage your vocal cords. Yeah, because they are very, very tiny muscles. If you rely just on them to do all the hard work, that's not going to happen. You need to use your whole body for that. Another thing, make sure that you are not pushing. No pushing from here. We want to keep the belly, the abdominal area as relaxed as possible. We don't want to be pushing on the high notes. And remember, you need less air. Yeah, less air, less breath to approach the high notes. And gets used, it can be a bit tricky because it's a very short note that is suddenly quite high up. So again, I would like you to think that it's going down. And you can give me something that a lot of pop artists like Beyonce or Christina Aguilera do. You're going to give me a nice squat for that. So I'll show you what I mean. When she's bruised and gets used and gets used. Yeah. And really make sure to like jump up g sound, yeah? Gets used. Yeah, and squat. When she's bruised and gets used. I would strongly recommend you to try and come up with your own riff for mine. So it can be based on some version that you heard, but make it your own. And then we are going back to that more intimate kind of a feeling. So again, you need to show that transition from her being a bit feisty, a bit angry, very passionate, to being that scared, lost girl. That's what I want to hear in that last section. I hope that helped you. If you have more questions, let me know. And yeah, I would highly recommend you to actually work on this song with a professional, especially on the high bits, because every high energy vocal task like this equals a potential damage if you do it not correctly. It can be a bit tricky. So I would highly recommend you to work with someone to get where you want to be. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.